This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. If you live in a cold climate, you know how important it is to prepare your car for the icy conditions this time of year. Products. I just love products. I really do. Without products, we wouldn't have anything to spend our money on, so we wouldn't have to run up credit card bills and our corporate overlords wouldn't be able to take as much of our souls in interest payments. It would be a shame if they all starved to death. So, with Black Friday looming on the horizon, it seemed only fitting to talk about products. I'm always looking for ways to be more productive. Indeed, I spend 99% of my time evaluating productivity tools so that in the remaining 1% of my time, I can accomplish 80% of what I would have done had I been working on everything for 100% of time in the first place, I think. Regardless, today let's explore the products that right now are the ones that make me the most productive in my own life. You can find a list of these products plus links to the websites at getitdoneguy.com/products. Non-software products. First and foremost is my trusty Scotty vest. More to the point, it's my Scotty vest travel vest, my traditional vest, my Scotty vest t-shirt, my 3 pairs of Scotty vest travel pants, my hidden cargo pants, my Tropiformer jacket, and probably a few more. Scotty vest makes clothes that have dozens of pockets, and they're tailored, somehow, probably by elves, so the pockets are invisible. In a single vest, I can carry my iPad, my ebook reader, a paperback book, 2 pens, a mechanical pencil, an eraser, glasses in a glasses case, glasses cleaning microfiber cloth, iPod, iPhone, earbuds, bottled water, keys, passport, airline tickets, mole, skine, pocket notebook, and power pack for recharging my electronics, and the cords from the power pack can of course be run through the lining of the vest to the pocket where the electronics are kept, keeping the outside neat and clean. In fact, from the outside it looks just like a vest. I have no idea how they do it, but Scotty vest is the only thing that keeps me completely sane. And also it lets me carry around enough stuff to survive the post-apocalyptic dystopian reality that's hurtling towards us like a 3D IMAX Mad Max movie. Big skinny wallets are to wallets what Scotty vest is to vests. Big skinny wallets manage to hold an unbelievable number of cards, but they aren't much thicker than the cards themselves. Plus, my big skinny coin purse doubles as a key holder that can tuck the keys into a zippered compartment, so my keys, coin purse, and wallet are neat and attractive while letting me carry around everything I need to navigate the economy of the post-apocalyptic dystopian reality. But of course, most of what I spend my money on is technology, specifically software, mostly desktop apps because I live on my desktop. As long as we're living in the pre-apocalyptic topian reality, most of my work is done on my desktop computer. It's a Mac, it's an iMac, and as IBM recently reported, despite the higher upfront costs, Mac computers are actually cheaper to own in the long run than Windows PCs. Since my life is lived in front of a computer, my computer and my desktop apps are a huge driver of my productivity. First, there's focus. I can't even begin to think about being productive without focus from heyfocus.com. It blocks social media sites, certain news sites, YouTube, Netflix, and anything that might conceivably distract me. And even though it can be disabled if necessary, clicking on a link and having my browser go blank is usually enough of an interruption that my forebrain can take over again and return me to whatever I was supposed to be doing. For times when the temptation is too great, however, hardcore mode blocks sites in a way that can't be turned off until your timer is up. And I have on occasion turned it into hardcore mode, set the timer, and then realized there was something I really needed to access, but I couldn't for the next 8 hours. Ha ha, focus works. On iOS, I get the same functionality using the app Blacklist, and it lets me blacklist sites so that I stay focused. Unlike Focus, however, Blacklist has no hardcore mode, so it can be turned off. Once I'm focusing, it's time to write. My writing tool of choice is IA Writer. I've used it for years. It gives a distraction-free interface, and it supports Markdown formatting. There's a version for the desktop and an iOS version, and they communicate seamlessly through the iCloud. Yoink! Yes, Yoink. Yoink. It's a really cool little utility that lets you start to drag and drop something, but instead you drop it into a little bitty dock that stays at the edge of the screen. The dock appears right by where the mouse is, so that you just drag, drop it into the dock, it zips to the edge of the screen, then you navigate to where you want to drop the icon finally, and you pull it out of the dock and drag or drop or copy it to its final location. And it can drag and drop files and images and browser links and all kinds of stuff. If you have ever had the problem like I have, where you have a large monitor and you need to navigate through many folders to figure out where you're going to drop something, Yoink is an absolute lifesaver. Alfred. Alfred is an application launcher. It's a file finder, contact looker-upper, clipboard history, and remote control program for Mac OS X. It's fantastic. And actually, it's a remote control launcher for Mac OS X. It's at the center of my workflow for just about everything. When I want to find and open a file that I was working on, Alfred is there. Look up a contact, Alfred. Search the web for information, Alfred. Alfred has been my constant companion since it was in beta many, many years ago. Paste. Even though Alfred has a clipboard history as one of its many features, I use a second clipboard history too. It's called Paste. And the reason is that it's just a beautiful user experience. Paste allows me to see thumbnails of my clipboard history and search them in a beautiful, easy-to-scan format. There's no actual justification for having that and Alfred, but Paste is just prettier sometimes. 1Password. If you don't use a password manager, you should definitely start. I won't bother to go into why just here, but trust me, use a password manager. 1Password stores all of your passwords strongly encrypted, and it will generate secure passwords when you have to register for a new site. Pathfinder. Pathfinder is a replacement for the standard Finder file browser. With Pathfinder, though, you can have multiple panes open at once, which makes it really easy to drag and drop between different locations. Also, Pathfinder adds all the functionality that the Finder should have had, but didn't. Things like a better way to tag files, the ability to compare and synchronize directories, launching a terminal window in the directory that you're looking at, a much more detailed file information dialog box, and so on and so forth. I am still discovering features even after I've used it for several years. My next application is Better Touch Tool. With all of the new input gizmos and gadgets available, Better Touch Tool is the master control center that lets you customize input to your heart's content. It lets you define new gestures and new combinations of gestures and taps and slides and assign them different functionality. So, for example, a 3-finger tap on my Magic Mouse might automatically launch Mission Control, and a pinch out will reveal the desktop just the way a trackpad would work. Better Touch Tool can also pair with the iOS application BTT Remote, which stands for Better Touch Tool Remote. BTT Remote lets you turn your iPhone into a remote controller that can launch applications, choose menu items for running apps, enter keyboard text, and act as a mouse pointer. Like Alfred, BTT is totally at the center of my workflow every day. Marked 2. If you've been listening for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of Markdown for composing formatted text. Marked 2 is a Markdown previewer that uses the cutting-edge version of Markdown. Every Get It Done Guy episode is composed in IA Writer, then Marked 2 previews it, and I cut and paste the preview into our content management system for the blog, and then I print it out formatted as my script. I love Marked 2. And thus we come to the end of my product roundup for today. If you want links to any of the programs mentioned, just visit getitdoneguy.com/products. Black Friday is on its way, so it's a perfect time to grab your loved ones or yourself tools, big skinny wallets or Scotty vests, so that they can be the super uber amazing geek they've always dreamt of being. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I run programs to help people have extraordinary lives and extraordinary careers. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. You'll also get a free copy of my secret book chapter on how to build relationships that help you succeed. Work less, do more, and have a great life.